This is a laptop power bank that I designed and built. The case is 3D printed. So it's a 6S and 3 in parallel. So it's a 24 volt pack. So I specifically made it 24 volt to be able to supply 20 volt to laptops. So this side is the charging board over here. This side is the power delivery board over here. So the power delivery board, it's a type C output, and it will sense 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt or 20 volt automatically from the device that you're plugging it into. I also put a light panel in here. The switches are over here. So the back one there is for the light, and the front one there will activate the charging circuit and the discharge circuit. There's a voltmeter there, and as you can see, it's 24.6 volt. 25 volt is fully charged, and 20 volt is discharged. So that's all controlled by the BMS. So let me just show you. I'm gonna plug in my soldering iron here. Okay, so let me switch it on. So over there you can see the voltage at 20 volt and the watts. Now it's currently, it was at 60 odd, but that was just to heat up. But once it gets to temperature, then it just uses the minimum amount of watts to just keep it hot. So let me plug in a laptop and show you. I'm just going to hold it up there so you can see. Okay, so this laptop is fully charged. Yeah, okay, there you can see it start climbing now. 71 watts. So when the laptop is like, when the batteries are fully empty, it will draw 100 watt. And then once the batteries are full, it just hovers around like 30 watt, 38 watt. It takes about an hour to fully charge this laptop, and then once it's fully charged, this power bank will still run this laptop for 2 hours. If the laptop's fully charged, it will run it about for like just under 4 hours. Okay, so I'm going to open this and just show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so if I open the bottom portion, these are the actual cells over there. They're 18650s. I think that's what they look like. Everybody knows 18650s. Okay, so this is just like some heat shield around them, and there's heat shielding down that side as well, down the back of the light. The light gets quite hot at the back. That's why the heat shielding is there. So because this is a 6S, it's 24 volt. The light is only like 4.2 volt or around there. So I've got this buck regulator, and it's got voltage control and current control, so I can limit both of them. So I had to limit the current as well, because the light was just getting too hot. So it doesn't shine as bright as it could, but I've got a good balance with like brightness and heat. So here you can see the switches there. So let me see if I can switch the light on. I think it's this one. Yeah. You can see the light on there. And then it's the buck goes on as well. The other switch is for the other circuitry. Okay. On this side, here you can see just like the tops of some of the batteries over there. Down there is the BMS. Let me see if I can't push this in a bit so that you can see some more. If I can push it a little bit more. Okay, I'm not going to pull it out any more than that. But this is the BMS there. It's a standard 6S BMS. Nothing like fancy about that. On this side, that's the voltmeter over there. This is the boost regulator, because I'm using these chargers to charge them. So it's also a Type-C output, and these chargers can put out 20 volt as well. So it's 5, 9, 12, and 20. But I have to boost that 20 to 25 volt for the charging. So that's why the boost is there. This is the power delivery board over here. So this is a good one because it actually puts out 20 volt. Yeah, so everything is 3D printed. The battery holder is 3D printed, the case, and you can see the case is in 3 separate parts. There's some tiny parts here to hold the actual boards in place as well. Yeah, so it's still a bit rough because this is like literally the first prototype. So the casing still needs to be refined in some places, but it's functional and it works. The casing is PETG, so it's like impact resistant. It's very strong. When charging, it does get a little bit warm over here, but I did put heat sinks on the boost regulator to help with that. But I've tested it a couple of times with the laptop now, and there's no issues. It's just like a little bit of heat, but it's not really a big deal. Yeah, so this is like really great for like traveling, or if you want to go like work at the coffee shop for a couple of hours, or if there's load shedding or power outage. So yeah, that's why I've got the light there as well. Yeah, I don't know how long it will run this light for, but I'm assuming a couple of days. I haven't tested that yet, but yeah.